welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I am your host, Tony Cook. I am joined here today with T-Trip Taylor. This is my brother, as you guys know, go-getter, fellow go-getter. And if you didn't know, he's also responsible for the artwork, my show artwork. Amazing stuff. Taylor, tell him a little bit about yourself before we get into it.
All right, well, you know, I do music as well, body build, as you can see.
This.
Nah, I'm just kidding. No, this is my brother, a great friend, a great brother. Blood couldn't make us any thicker, and I'm just stoked to be a part of this show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Give
sir.
a little bit of a different angle on shit, and talk about some cool stuff.
He's always got something to say about my whatever opinion I got. He really got at me for my top 10, my top 10 all-time NBA. Talking about I had Bill Russell too low.
Yes.
To tell him we gonna wrap this whole, because this has been going on for like 2 weeks, this top 10 conversation. We gonna wrap it up. We gonna hear this fool's top 10. We gonna hear if we really agree with it or if we gonna give it the boot.
Like, disrespectful. That was a disrespectful top 10.
That was a shot.
And Suave, that was disrespectful on your end. You know better. Suave, you're an old head. You're an OG. You know better than that shit. I don't care how much Laker you are. That's some bullshit.
How high does Bill Russell really have to be on the list, dog? I don't understand. Just take a list. Well, what was your list? So just
Okay.
from 1 to 10.
All right. My top 10 is obviously number 1, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Of course, okay.
Number 1 statistical basketball player ever.
I could get with it, yeah.
Michael Jordan.
That too, okay.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Bill Russell at 4.
All right.
All right. You got LeBron at 5.
Okay.
What else did I have in there? LeBron at 5.
LeBron at 5.
Yeah. I'm going off the stats and wins here.
Okay.
Magic at 6.
Okay. I was waiting for
Magic
Magic's
at 6.
name.
Yeah, the only reason why I rank him behind LeBron is because I feel that LeBron does a little bit more than Magic.
No, I agree. I totally agree with that.
Magic
totally
revolutionized the position. He is the epitome of what a big guard was, and then LeBron came and kind of took it to another level. LeBron
Yes,
is still
definitely.
writing his legacy, and if when he wins in LA, he'll be the first champion to do it on both coasts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I agree. Yep.
And at all positions, he's a guy who plays 1 through 5, absolutely phenomenal, and he has.
And his perimeter game, yeah, exactly. His perimeter game
jumper.
is way more unlocked than Magic's was. Magic's jumper was
highly questionable.
ugly.
Highly questionable. I'm not gonna disrespect the legend. I'll say highly questionable. Suspect. Jumper was suspect.
So you got Magic at 6. Give us
Magic
your
at
7.
6. Bird at 7. Larry Legend, you can't knock him off.
All right.
Larry at 7. Shaq at 8.
Okay.
The only reason why I put Shaq at 8, no, Shaq should be higher.
I agree.
But the only reason why I don't put Shaq at 8 is because I don't feel that you could put Shaq at the 1 and it's effective. And I feel like almost 1 through 6 you can play any position.
Yeah. They're more flexible position-wise, but
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal
Most
was the most
dominant player
dominant
ever.
at his position.
Most dominant ever,
I
yeah.
put him above Kareem, and I know just because, see, Kareem did it without Magic too, so it's tough to argue against that. He won with the Milwaukee Bucks and he won with the Lakers, but Shaquille O'Neal, for the time he was playing, and it wasn't as long for his Kareem, but it was more dominant, it was more pulverizing to me.
Yeah.
And that's just a personal list, so everyone has their differences, but yeah, anyways. And so you have Shaq at 7, was that?
Yeah.
Shaq at 7.
Yeah, sorry. I feel bad about that.
8. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Duncan at 8. Tim Duncan at 8.
Yeah, you ain't slipping.
Duncan at 8. And then 9 and 10 was really tough for me. But personally, I put KG at 9.
Okay, I see you.
I mean, just stretch forward. You can't beat it. I mean, he did everything, and if he was the epitome of the power forward, he was what Sean Kemp, I feel, was supposed to be.
Yes,
And he
definitely.
did it. And he did it for a very long time.
And one of the league's best trash talkers of all time, too.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
No doubt. And then
Last but not least.
it's tough, but I'm gonna go with Allen Iverson.
Okay, and that's
Pound for
understandable.
pound. Pound
Yeah,
for
pound for
pound.
pound.
Because if you put Isaiah there, it's like, can Isaiah guard Iverson? No. But I feel Iverson could guard Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know,
Iverson was so cutthroat.
Iverson
too,
was
man.
guarding 6-foot guards, 6'6"
Yeah.
guards his whole career.
He honestly was listed as 2 whenever he played at the 2. Honestly,
Yeah.
like
And then I have an unconventional 10 that has nothing to do with numbers. It's just purely street shit. But we won't get into that. But yeah, that's my top 10. I feel like Kareem and Bill have to be in that discussion.
you threw another Celtic in there, like so you rebooted and threw another Celtic.
Well, think about it, man. It's like as a Laker fan, we are always prone. Like my top 10 could be all Lakers. At some point, all the greats put on that purple and gold, except for those Celtics that were a thorn in our side for so many years.
Yes. Agreed.
And I think Bill Russell, undeniably, the man won what, if I'm not mistaken, 11 championships.
Yes.
Both as a coach
And we
player.
can't. And you're right. You're right. I can't let my biasness. Me and Swab can't let our biasness get in the way of where these dudes stand in the all-time list. Bill Russell should have been higher on my list. He was at 8. Swab put him at 10. Swab almost didn't have Bill Russell on the list, but
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap the top 10 up. That was beautiful, beautiful conversation. We're gonna switch over. We're gonna pivot to the UFC landscape. And Taylor's a UFC freak. He loves UFC. So he's gonna school me up on a little bit. I wanted to know a little bit about Khabib. In my eyes, right now is the best fighter out there right now, and I wanted to know who is the best matchup for him next. We know he backed out of the Tony Ferguson fight, but
Well, that's highly debatable as the best fighter. He's definitely he's the winningest fighter.
Okay.
My favorite personal fighter right now to watch is Israel Adesanya.
okay.
I think he takes what Anderson Silva was doing and he takes it to a whole nother level. I'd like to see him and John Jones. They're talking about that in Vegas.
Okay, I heard about that.
2021. So
Now is John Jones? He's still a trouble child. Is he still doing
no, he's
drugs?
cool. No,
Like, or
he's
is he-
cool. He's cool. He's cool. He battles his demons just like all of us. But
Yes,
he's-
of course.
I think he's an example, no matter what people want to say of triumph. He battles through all his adversity and he still remains champion. You can't ask for more than that. He battles his demons and he gets in there and he fucks people up. That's what you want.
This is true.
And
This is
so
true.
until he loses, you can say whatever you want. John Jones is the epitome of what it means to be a champion at this point.
Yeah.
And when he fights Adesanya, that'll be the ultimate test for Adesanya because Adesanya is known as the legend killer and so is John Jones. These are two guys that their career was based on beating reputable opponents,
Okay.
people who were legends, and winning in decisive fashion. So, I mean, that last Yoel Romero fight was absolutely dog shit. It was dog shit.
A lot of people were disappointed with
Bro,
that.
I think they threw a total of maybe 3 punches the entire fight. And that's not an exaggeration. I don't think.
And
I'm
that's a
exaggerating.
UFC. Like you boxing, you see that a little more because defense is a little more of a
Right.
thing, But UFC, you don't see that. It's a lot of gore, a lot of punches thrown. So
Right.
that's crazy.
So that was very disappointing. That was actually bullshit, especially after the fight with the ladies before that, where they're just beating
They
each
got
other's-
after it.
Oh my god, they just beat each other's face in for fucking the whole fight. But I would like to see that Adesanya Jones fight. But aside from that, with Khabib, to get on Khabib, it's very interesting that weight class right now because you had Khabib who's supposed to fight Ferguson.
Yes.
Ferguson has been training for Khabib for 5 years now. 5 years. He's for 5 times this fight is not.
And he got on the radio and said he was mad about what's his name running. He was calling it running. Is that what you would call
No,
it?
I think Khabib, what makes him so special and respected in the sport is he's a guy who goes off principle and morality over money and fame.
Yeah.
So he was practicing Ramadan, which is his religion, and he puts God over sports.
Yeah.
So you can't knock a guy for that.
As you should.
I mean,
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way you can knock him for that. I think it's very disappointing as a fan because this is the matchup that I think Khabib wants.
Yeah.
Khabib wanted that fight. I feel Ferguson was the only opponent that Khabib truly feared and respected.
Okay.
I feel Ferguson had a mild respect for Khabib. He trained for him for 5 years. And I think that's what fucked him up in the Gaethje fight is, I was watching Joe talk about it, Joe Rogan as well. He touched on it and made a very good point.
Joe Rogan just got a big contract podcast and got
Yeah.
100 million.
Yeah, shout out to homie.
From
I can't wait to
Spotify.
be on
Crazy.
his podcast. But I think Khabib. I think that it sucks because he can't take the Ferguson fight now. He has to fight Gaethje because Gaethje beat the shit out of Ferguson.
So Ferguson is now obsolete. He doesn't matter.
It's not
as
that.
much.
It's not that. He has to
As far as
battle
fighting
for that.
Khabib, he's got to wait in
so
line now.
He's got to wait in line. I think it's a 1 or 2 fight wait, and it'll happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, it will happen. I just don't think it is going to be his next fight. I think Khabib's going to fight Gaethje or somebody who's ranked second as a contender. Or if they can make something happen where somehow Ferguson can get back his ranking and fight Khabib. If they do a Gaethje 2,
Yeah.
and then between those fights, because Khabib already said he's not fighting for, I forgot when he says he's going to fight again, but it's not for a while. So if they get Gaethje to, Gaethje loses in Gaethje Ferguson 2, then he can fight Khabib and then do Gaethje Ferguson 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of tie the knot on that, seal that up, and then solidify his legacy with Khabib. But I think that's the only fight that tests Khabib at this
Okay.
point. I don't think, no disrespect to Gaethje, but I don't think he would be the level of the matchup problem that Ferguson brings to Khabib.
It basically just fell into his lap that way, so
Right.
he has to fight him.
Right.
But with that being said, we're going to make another pivot. We're going to go to, and I appreciate your input on that because I was kind of in the dark on UFC. I came to you with like, hey, Conor McGregor, is he going to get a rematch? You're like, no, bro. cut it out. He had to let me know what the real deal was, what the real, pull me behind the curtain, let me know what was really going on in the UFC landscape.
100%.
But we're gonna go to the boxing landscape, and
there's been. I want to touch on McGregor real quick.
Okay, yeah, give us something.
I think a lot of people. McGregor is a great fighter. He's a legendary fighter. He's amazing. But now his fame has superseded his game at this point.
Okay.
So McGregor has to go on a tear where he just beat Cowboy, but Cowboy is coming.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Cerrone
I thought that was enough momentum to maybe get back in there.
No,
with
because Cerrone just came off a loss, so
Okay.
Cerrone was a little damaged.
Got you.
He fought a damaged Cerrone. He didn't fight at top of his game, Cerrone.
And the way he got him was glitchy. This fool.
Yeah.
Did he shoulder bump him while they were locked up? It was like a.
McGregor's a ninja, bro. I think people underestimate that he got to that position for big money fights because he is so great. But I think that now he has to kind of I almost want to say forget about the money for a while and just go back to beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, because that's what got him his name in the first place.
Yes, and I love McGregor. I am, Irish. I have Irish in my blood. I'm a big fucking McGregor fan.
Yeah.
But at the same token, he has to earn it, man. He has to really prove that he's there for the blood. He's not there for the money. And I think if he wins a couple fights.
He got to the bag, though, man. That Mayweather thing, that fool don't got to fight no more.
No,
that's why it's
right,
crazy.
But he's still fighting.
Yes,
and you
true.
can't. This isn't something that you can half-ass. He's more aware of that than anybody. I'm not a UFC fighter, so
I agree.
I think if McGregor beats a couple guys, that Khabib fight becomes a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
I think if he keeps losing, there's no point. Why would unless Khabib's like, I don't want to fight anymore?
Because Khabib's been there, done that with.
Yeah,
with
he's like, I don't want to fight anymore. I want my big money fight. I think Khabib fights McGregor on the way out.
Because it's another bag.
As his cash out.
Yeah, it's another bag.
As his way to retire.
But yeah. Speaking of the bag, we got Mike Tyson out here still chasing the bag. Taylor's pumped up. He want to see Mike Tyson go at Holyfield. I don't want to see it.
Shout out to big homie Mike, bro.
I think they're both a little too over the hill. Yes, Foreman came back after 50, but
Mike's a different 50 though, dog.
He's a different 50.
Mike is a different 50.
If he's fighting Holyfield, I think he mops him. I think he mops him.
I've seen him in person. The man doesn't have a wrinkle on his face, bro. He's chilling. He's smoking good weed.
This is true.
His muscles are nice and relaxed. He hasn't.
Dog, he's heavily invested in the cannabis industry as well, too.
Oh yeah. Tyson Ranch is amazing. Now let's look at the side by side. Let's look at the side by side of Tyson at the age he is now and his 40-year-old picture. He looks better.
You're right. You're right. You're right. He looks more lean.
And I'll name off a couple champions who did it in their 50s. Bernard Hopkins unified the title at 50. George Foreman.
Yeah. You're right.
Larry Holmes. The list goes on. Guys win at 50 because the heavyweight division is one of those things where you push the button and they sleep. It's not like the lighter guys where you have to move around a lot and you're relying on stamina and endurance. It's really just if I punch your shit, you're going to sleep.
You're going out. You're getting
I think Tyson, he goes in there and he fights any of these guys. He's going to give them hell.
Yeah, as long as it's not a fighter, he don't need to be fighting. I'm saying competitively for a belt. It got to be. I think he needs to fight someone more his age. It's got to be like an exhibition fight. You think he's getting in there and fighting a heavyweight right now?
I argue with that.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I don't see that, man.
I do. I think Tyson is at a point in his life where he's trying to go to Valhalla, bro. Like the heaven for gods.
No, and then he said he wants a warrior's death. Yeah,
the gods of war.
Yeah.
He's trying to go to Valhalla, bro. He wants to go to a warrior's heaven.
Yeah, man.
So I think with that mindset, that's actually fucking scary. He doesn't need the money. The money's not an issue. He doesn't care about. It's garbage. He doesn't care. You know what I mean? He doesn't care about the titles anymore, bro. It's about honor. And when you go in with that mindset of not caring if you live or die and your honor, you are a bad motherfucker. And I think that I don't see that in Holyfield's eyes.
And you're right. You're right. Holyfield's out there for the bag for sure.
He was punching the bag. He was like, oh, well, make some money. This might be good.
Tyson was striking it.
Yeah, I think Holyfield may have to bite his ear to win this one. He may have to do some crazy shit to get this fight over.
Swab said Holyfield beat him up again. He beat him up twice.
Maybe Holyfield gets at him. But I doubt it. I highly doubt it. And anybody that wants to go in the comments and bet some money on this, I would love to make some money off your ass. I think Tyson beats the dog shit out of whoever it is that they throw in there. Anybody.
I agree. So we're gonna get to our next segment. Right now, I gotta pay some bills. Get to a commercial break. We'll be right back with you. Faithful Fan Show. Let's go.
Yeah, this for my bros. Mosh pitting at the shows. Getting money over hoes. Blowing folks, live a gone. Rolling loud, getting blown. A1 never told. Living sticking to the code. My lips blacker than my soul. 3 stripes on my toes. I've been in the booth speaking truth 3 nights in a row. Alpha male, I'm in album mode. Out of control. I just got bands for the flow. Flex with the checks with the O's. Finesse and connect with the flow. Cul-de-sac Mac is suburban and ratchet. Magnificent with all this rapping. Immaculate with the swagger. Stay tripping like magic. Gotta get it, gotta have it, got a money habit. Need cats, no bunny rabbit. Shatter rappers like a Devin Shatter. Eat the rappers into any matter. And I bitch nigga and I rapper. And I bitch nigga and I rapper. Ether rappers into any matter. Shadow rappers like a Devin Shatter. Made this shit for my niggas go up. Made this shit for my niggas. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Ha. Stay down so long. We up, re-up, go nuts. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Ha.
Walking around with a crazy ass mask on with 2 machetes, burning fires. Like, who allowed you to on their property, you hooligan?
Actually, so that was my fiance's brother.
Okay,
My brother to be, my brother-in-law to be. So
nice.
He said we could shoot on his property. It's actually near Anza. And funny story, we almost burned down the entire mountainside shooting that.
It looked, dog, yeah, because the fire. I'm like, wait, where are they shooting this? And this thing has machetes. Like, someone called the police already.
And that was the point of the video, was to show like they mistake what I was doing, the mistake of seeing that spectacle, thinking I'm there for some bullshit or to rob them or whatever. Yeah. That's why I said, hey, don't shoot.
I got
Dude,
you.
we're just shooting a video, bro. We're shooting a video. You know, to show that rage and that moment of anger and misunderstanding and hostility can lead to death.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the whole point, you know.
Big message, too. Big message, bro. Big message.
And shout out to everybody we've lost and their families
Definitely.
to senseless violence.
Definitely.
It's got to stop. We got to figure some shit out. We got to sit down and have real talks like this and really get to the bottom of why the fuck we are hurting each other so much.
And when I decided to have you on, I knew I was going to talk about more than sports, because you're my brother that has always had your ear to the ground in a lot of different stuff, like especially music. You always hear artists like months before they're even in radio play or hot, before they break mainstream. So I just wanted to know. I wanted you to let
shout out JS and my man Molly too.
Shout them out.
They're hard. The young boys are coming. They're coming.
I needed your opinion. I needed to know what you thought was the dopest project so far in 2020, because, you know, I don't know how much more we're going to get because of everything that's happened, but so far up until this point, what's been the dopest project you've listened to in 2020?
To be honest, I haven't sat with entire projects. I've sat with music.
Okay.
I feel that the quarantine has really exposed a lot of people's grind and a lot of people's lack of grind.
Yes.
Not having a machine behind you. You see a lot of people are sitting on their hands and they're not doing shit because they rely on that machine.
Yeah.
And the people who are creatives and introvert and weirdos, they're coming out with a lot of really dope shit. Because
You get to see that mind. You get to see that mind at work.
Right,
Yeah, that's true.
So Tory Lanez obviously took this time and fucking flourished.
Yeah, in a lot of different ways, not just music. Like the quarantine radio went up.
Right.
I don't know if you've been watching. You watched?
Oh, he killed it.
Fire.
So a lot of the UK cats I see too that I've mentioned, the aforementioned, they're all raw. You know, I would say I like Fabio Foreign. He's killing it.
Okay.
Fabi's fucking coming out with dope shit. Drake, of course.
Fabi fucks with Drake. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Drake's project was fantastic.
It was dope. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
super dope.
That's a guy who I could talk for an hour about how great he is.
Yeah. Yo, how did you feel? Because honestly, my favorite project, I already told you, the Jay Electronica / Jay-Z collab album. It was supposed to be Jay Electronica.
I listened to about
debut.
See, this is the problem with Jay. Jay's so dope that I'll listen to like a minute and a half of it, turn it off, and go on a write.
Because you're just like, he motivates you like, wait. Because just the beat selection, just Jay hit that first verse. Like, honestly, I enjoyed that project just because, you know, I've been waiting for Jay Electronica to drop, like all these other nerds out here that love Jay Electronica.
He's hard, bro.
It just sucked that it was a collab album for his debut. Like, it didn't suck because it was Jay-Z on it, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like a bittersweet, like, you could have bought this whole thing yourself. Exactly.
Like, any Jay is good Jay.
Exactly. But with that all being said, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Taylor, for coming on the show with me. We're gonna have you back again. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. We could have went for another hour on the UFC and boxing stuff. So we're gonna get at y'all.
Hey, get in the comments. I want to take your money on that Tyson shit.
Yeah.
I hope you bet against Tyson, please.
We're waging bets. Please
bet against Mike Tyson.
The Faithful Fan Show. We'll be back next time.
Freaky in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a lay. I need a lay in the paint, going hard with the venom. I need a lay so much, man, I think I need a lay. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and for real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. All like free throws by Ito. Circle loose stroke magic. Rhyme